Stay focused and don't get bored. Come on, let's talk about it. Welcome to Newsletter Guru TV, your show with a boatload of smart marketing and business building advice and a little fun along the way.
This episode of Newsletter Guru TV is brought to you by No Hassle Social Media, the fastest and easiest way to master social media marketing so you can build profitable client relationships.
Hey everybody, it's Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru, coming to you from my den. It's so hot outside this week. It's like 95 and humid, so just catching up on some reading. Actually, what I'm doing, this is my notebook, and I am going over pages and pages of notes from my mastermind retreat, the Rockstar Mastermind Retreat that was down in Saluda, North Carolina. You know, got a lot of positive and fun feedback. If you missed it, go look at last week's episode of Newsletter Guru TV. I showed a bunch of footage from the mastermind group. We were rolling down the Green River on inner tube, so that was kind of fun. By the way, the other thing I'm reading, let me just tell you, No BS Trust-Based Marketing: The Ultimate Guide to Creating Trust in an Understandably Untrusting World by the great Dan Kennedy and his co-author Matt Zagula. So this is a really good book. I'm actually, where am I? I'm on page 72 of, 252 pages. It's already a good book. I've already got tons of nuggets. All of Dan's books are awesome, so check that out. But what I wanted to share with you today, I'm looking over, you know, when I go to a mastermind group and I get just tons and tons of feedback, I come back and I kind of look over, like, what are the one or two nuggets that I can implement and move my business forward? Because sometimes you get so many ideas, you don't know what to do. You know, part of what makes an entrepreneur, oh, by the way, thank you for the feedback on the episode that I did a couple weeks ago about you are different, get over it, whatever that was, where I talked about entrepreneurs are just different, you know, we don't unplug, things like that. So got a lot of good feedback from that, so thank you very much. But one of the other things that I think is true about entrepreneurs is sometimes we have a hard time focusing on the major task at hand, focusing on the major goal that you have that's going to move your business forward. You know, I think entrepreneurs suffer from ADD, or whether it's an official diagnosis, or, you know, to be honest with you, I think entrepreneurs for the most part are very creative. So we're always coming up with new ideas, new strategies, new ways to market and grow, new products to create and launch and things like that. And what happens is, I think also entrepreneurs get bored. So that's kind of the focus of this episode. Stay focused and don't get bored. Jim, I need more. Okay, so I'll share with you a little bit about my personal, when I was in the profit seat and the other entrepreneurs were going to give me feedback, which is an unbelievable experience, by the way. You should be in a mastermind group. It can be intimidating, but it can also be incredibly rewarding to have these people fire back at you when you think you're like super smart, right? So one of the things that I know entrepreneurs get bored with sometimes is their marketing. And it's funny, now this wasn't one of my strategies or one of the reasons I wanted feedback, but you know, every episode of Newsletter Guru TV that I edit, I still edit them myself, and I'm seeing me jump off the dock and I'm thinking, I wonder if I should come out with a different opening now, right? And you know, but I'm always reminded when I go to live events, you know, in fact, the last live event I was at, somebody came up to me and said, you're Jim, right? You're the guy that jumps in the water off the dock. And I'm like, wow, yeah. So I immediately mentally ticked off that he watches my videos, which was cool. But, you know, somebody that's in the mastermind, the Rockstar Mastermind Retreat, is my good friend Melanie Benson Strick. Just a super person, but she's also very, very sharp marketer and entrepreneur. And she said something, I think it was during my hot seat, but she said it to the group. She said, listen, I wrote it down here, said, just the time you're getting bored and you want to change something about your marketing, that is precisely the time that your customers and prospects are finally beginning to understand who you are and what you do. I mean, folks, I don't know if you could even feel it right now on video, but that was like, boom, that was like, it was like earth-shattering in the room. And I actually repeated, I want to make sure everybody heard it because I think they were focused on my feedback. In fact, I'm going to read it again. Just the time you are getting bored and want to change how you market or how you present your program, that's when your customers and prospects are finally beginning to understand what you do, which means stop being bored. You got to continually promote and dominate your market and your media and your message and marketing with who you are, what you stand for. It's one of the reasons every time I get on video or when I do my Stick Like Glue radio show, hey, it's Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru. I've been doing it so long, it just flows, but I'm constantly drilling home that message, and I'm constantly drilling home at the end, I am committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. So I'm bookending all the time what I want people to know about me and what I stand for. So that was very, very powerful. So whatever you're bored with, or if you have an inclination to try something new, whether it's to try some new marketing strategy, whether you want to create something, it's always fun to create and build, but then you have a program that you then have to market and a company you have to run. That's not so fun for a lot of entrepreneurs. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to share with you. Oh yeah, you know what? There are things, and I get this from a lot of the people whom I coach. Sometimes we not only get bored, sometimes we get maybe nervous about where our situation is, and we said, I got to do something new. And so there's an immediate reaction where you want to change the direction of your business because you think you got to do something new. Reality says for a lot of people that you may be doing a lot of things right, and you just need to do more of the things you're doing right, and maybe even turn up the intensity of the things you're doing right. The answer to grow your business is not always to go and create something new. It's not always to generate or create a whole new marketing strategy or find a whole new audience. It may be to really super identify what you're doing right, do more of it, and intensify and turn up the heat under that pot of water which is contained in your great marketing thing. So I guess the thing I want to leave you with today is focus, focus, focus. Only think of things that are going to move you forward to whatever your main goal is, all right, for that year. What's the main goal I want to do this year? And if I'm going to do anything, it's going to push that goal forward. And for heaven's sakes, I know it's hard because there's shiny objects flying by and you're distracted, people coming up with different ideas, but don't get so bored that you're immediately going to go zooming off in another direction. You're going to try something new. You're not going to be like me and want to create a new opening for Newsletter Guru TV. Nope, I'm going to be jumping off the dock for at least a couple more years because that's a brand. It's how people are kind of associating with me and recognizing me. So stay focused. Push your goals forward and don't be bored, all right? Just keep doing what works, do more of it, and turn up the intensity. All right. If you found something that I said today or that I've shared with you that resonated with you, I'd like to ask you a favor. What I'd like to ask you to do is share some of what I've shared with you here on this video with other people that you know. It's very easy to do. Somewhere right below here, whether you're watching this on Newsletter Guru TV, Facebook, or any other place, there's going to be a share button. If you would click that share button, that will allow it to go on your news feed, your wall, your posts, make a comment. I always love hearing your comments, by the way. I totally love that. It really, really when you get feedback on something you do all the time, it just really makes you feel good. It makes you feel appreciated, to be honest with you, but also I love the feedback. So please share this video. Please post a comment and give me some feedback. Then the other thing I want you to do before the day's out is look for ways that you can add more value to what it is that you're doing for your customers, clients, patients, and prospects. When you continually add more value, keep stepping up the level of service you're offering, you combine everything you're doing with world-class, unbelievable service, your customers, clients, and patients will stay longer. And when they do, they're going to buy more and they're going to refer more. That is the benefit of having customers longer, and that is a good thing. And before the day's out, go do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness, intentional acts of kindness. We really are at a place, I think, in this country and in this world where we just flat out have to be nicer to each other. There's way too much divisiveness, and there's too much not niceness. There's a good word. Jim said not niceness. Yes, I did. So let's be nice to each other, okay? And until next episode, this is Jim Palmer, the Newsletter Guru, and I am committed to helping you build a more profitable business faster. If you haven't yet, be sure to go check out Stick Like Glue Radio. You can get it on iTunes. You can get it at getjimpalmer.com. But Stick Like Glue Radio, we've got over 13 episodes out there now doing some really, really great interviews. Each one's only a half an hour. Just perfect for your commute or your time on the treadmill. I will see you next week for another episode. And until then, you take care.